Hey guys, so today we have a bit of lighthearted drama. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I don't actually know who cares, but I kind of care. Mae and Tommy Fury are splitting up and I want to talk about it. But if you missed it, I was covering it on TikTok when it was first happening. So if you want the first hand knowledge when things happen, you should follow me on TikTok. I guess that's what I'm saying, but besides the point. Tommy Fury and Mae are splitting up after 5 years together or something, and they've been engaged for about a year. I think they just had their engagement anniversary. She was just looking into planning the wedding, which is kind of rough, but also gives us an outline of what could have happened, because if she wasn't gonna break up with him 3 weeks ago and now she's breaking up with him, obviously something happened and it didn't just come out of nowhere. To anyone who I guess doesn't know who Mae and Tommy Fury are, they are from a season of Love Island. I actually can't remember what season it was, but it was a really good one. I think it was season 5. I'm going to say it was season 5. It was before they were doing 2 seasons a year and it got confusing, but I think it was season 5. I don't think they won, but they definitely became the most famous of that season and potentially any season of the British Love Island. I don't think there's anyone who's more of a household name from Love Island than Mae. Tommy Fury not as much, but Mae for sure. There's been inklings and things going around that they were not in paradise, things were not looking good. And I think my red flag alert was going off when Tommy went to Dubai and he was in a nightclub shirtless with Chris Brown. I just think that whole scenario, not really for me. So here he is. I'm probably not going to play the music, so I think it's copyrighted, but yeah, I don't know why you would be with Chris Brown of all people. Beats me. At least he's not shirtless in this one. There was one where he was shirtless and that was even more icky. So this is where a girl slaps him in the face, playfully, in a club, and people are thinking this is disrespectful while your wife is, your fiance is at home with your baby. There was more where that came from, but there are also clips of her talking about going through his phone. I'm going to get into that. There was actually a clip of her on Diary of a CEO where she talks about how much trust is important to her in the relationship and that she completely trusts Tommy. And this was a while back. I remember because she got cancelled for saying everyone's got the same 24 hours in a day, and that wasn't good. But more came from that podcast than just that.
One thing that I find so key in our relationship, and it's the most important thing I think in any relationship, is trust. We have that complete and utter trust in one another. And I think in a relationship, that is literally all you need to survive. If you've got that trust, everything else just falls into place, because he can literally go away for weeks on end. And there's not a doubt in my mind that if he was to be around a load of girls, I could sleep peacefully at night knowing that he's for me and I'm for him. And that's that. When you've got that, I just think, I don't know why I'm giving a relationship advice here, but yeah, I do think that is the key. Job. That is literally the key. You've got trust, you've got everything.
Yeah. So the story is they went out, he was taking pictures of her. She's like, can you show me the pictures? I want to airdrop them to myself. And he's like, no, you're not allowed to go on my phone. But then he excused it, saying that it's because he was going to propose to her. And then shortly after, he did propose to her. Bear in mind, they already had Bambi at this point, so they were not engaged pre-Bambi, they were engaged post-Bambi. Not that it's a massive deal, but Molly seems like someone who maybe would have wanted a different timeline. Not that I know her, but just saying.
Look at the pictures on your phone so I can airdrop them over to my phone. And he was suddenly acting all shady and was like, let me just quickly reply to my dad about and he just started acting really weird. And I was like, why won't he let me just go on his phone?
And this is from, I believe, her engagement proposal video where she talks about it. And people are saying, oh, it's so cute that he was hiding this from you. But at the same time, now looking back on it, it feels like maybe the proposal was a bit of a cover up because he was going to get caught. Now, there are loads of videos now of Molly kind of with Bambi at home crying while he's out either fighting Jake Paul, of all people, or clubbing in Dubai. Not that I'm saying he's not allowed to go out and work, but there was obviously that very viral clip. I think I even have it on my TikTok. That clip of her talking about how he hasn't been around for the pregnancy because he's just been fighting Jake Paul.
I think because he's been away so much, I feel like he sometimes forgets. I'm like, you do understand that I'm 2 months away from we're going to have a child. And I think, yeah, he sometimes has to be reminded a little bit because he's just away in camp land. But yeah.
Yeah, so obviously you can tell things were a little bit, on the rocks. So it was recently Mae's sister Zoe's wedding. And when the pictures first launched, people thought it was Mae and Tommy's wedding. That maybe just happened without anyone knowing. But in fact, she has been talking about she's ready to start planning the wedding now. And this was literally a month ago that she was planning this wedding, and now they're broken up. It was actually really interesting because there is a clip now going on TikTok of the day after Zoe's wedding, Molly is saying that they were celebrating their 5-year anniversary, and obviously maybe a week or so later, they're broken up. So I don't know if that's how she would speak about the relationship if she was already kind of debating on breaking up with him. So I just feel like she must have found something out in the meantime. And it is a little bit sad, I guess, that her sister Zoe is on a honeymoon, because she's just going through the breakup without her sister, which I know, I don't have a sister, but I can imagine she'd probably want to talk to her.
Also crazy is that the day after Zoe's wedding, Tommy and I are actually celebrating 5 years together. Half a decade me and Tommy have been together. How insane is that? Insane and also quite emotional, because you guys have literally been with me and him like through our whole relationship. Even though like I don't really, like Tommy's barely on my vlogs ever. We're just not that kind of couple. We're not like a on social media together couple. We used to be, but we're not really anymore. I feel like as we've grown up, our relationship, not like out of choice, it's naturally just become a lot more private. But yeah, anyway, 5 years together. How?
I mean, it's ironic because it's definitely not very private now when everyone's, including me, debating on why they've broken up, but that's kind of what happens when you're this famous, I guess. So this is Molly Mae's statement that she posted on Instagram, and then I think he posted literally like 30 minutes later, but she said, "Never in a million years did I think I'd ever have to write this. After 5 years of being together, I never imagined our story would end, especially not this way. I think this is where people thought, oh, he must have cheated. I'm extremely upset to announce that mine and Tommy's relationship has come to an end. I'll forever be grateful for the most important thing to me now and always, my beautiful daughter. Without us, there would be no her. She'll always be my priority. I want to thank you all for the love you have shown us over the last 5 years. You have all been a part of our journey, and I feel it's right to share this with you all. Whilst I attempt to navigate the coming days and weeks, please kindly respect my privacy over this difficult time. I'll be back when it feels right." And then he said, "I'm heartbroken to share that Molly and I have decided to end our relationship. The past 5 years have led to us having our beautiful baby girl Bambi, and I will forever be thankful to Molly for making me a dad. Bambi is our priority. Please respect our privacy and our family's privacy as we navigate our way through this difficult time." But then articles started coming out saying that he allegedly cheated, and we kind of know who with, of sorts, kind of. Now, people have been commenting under so many like Instagram models pages being like, are you who he cheated on Molly with? And there was one girl that was actually pregnant. I think she just gave birth like now, and he was in Dubai 9 months ago. So I guess some people thought that he got someone pregnant and that she was just giving birth now, which is like insane that if this would actually happen. But people commented under her post being like, is this you? Like, is this Tommy's child? And she said no, but you know. But this came out on the 15th of August. I don't know when that was, like 6 days ago. Molly Mae confronted Tommy Fury over him cheating on her with a Danish woman on a lad's holiday in Macedonia. And so yeah, apparently she confronted him because he cheated on her. This is her obviously out. She was seen for the first time. So that was kind of the original allegation, was that he was cheating on her. Now, I've seen some crazy stuff on TikTok, including some woman now coming out of the woodworks basically saying, oh, well, everyone knew he was cheating on her. If you're anyone in Manchester, you know that Tommy was cheating on Molly Mae. First of all, no, he didn't. But it is so scummy to me as like an influencer. I don't know if it's going to be a wild thing to say, but like as an influencer to come out after someone's engagement has fallen apart, to come out and say, oh, but we all knew you were being cheated on. It's such a scummy thing to say. Is that just me? I just think it's such a shit thing to say. Like, either keep your mouth shut, or I don't know, like DM her, do the hey girly, I've seen your man around town, he's been cheating on you. But like for Molly to have her engagement fall apart like a week after her 5-year anniversary and allegedly be over cheating, and then you come out as a fellow influencer and you're like, by the way, we all knew, it's so embarrassing for you. And one of the girls talking about it, I usually really like her content. Well, really is a strong word. I usually kind of like her content, but she posted about that and then deleted it because she got a lot of hate for it. But she also was recently publicly cheated on by like a fellow influencer. And she was like, oh my God, no one told me. And I'm like, you're doing the same thing. Like, it's actually shocking to me. This is what she said. This was the like deleted TikTok.
I wanted to give a bit of food for thought on this whole Molly Mae and Tommy situation because it's genuinely a tale all the time. Right, listen. Anyone who lives in Manchester knows that Tommy used to consistently cheat on Molly. Like, all the Manchester girls now are like, why is this a thing that people are shocked about? Everyone knows that. Anyone who's anyone in Manchester knows that Tommy cheats on Molly.
It's such an odd thing to say, like, anyone who's anyone in Manchester knows. Like, why is everyone shocked? Why is everyone shocked? That, well, we're all shocked because no one else knew, I guess. I guess it was just you. But it's crazy because she recently came out and said that she was cheated on by someone who knew her boyfriend and who knew her, because they were both influencers, and who knew that they were dating. And she was like, oh my God, how could you do that to me? And it's like, it's just because, I don't know. To me, this is just super scummy to now come out and say that. And I'm pretty sure there was tweets about this as well. People were basically saying like, what a shitty thing to say. To rub it in someone's face and be like, oh, you didn't know, but we all did. Haha, you look like a loser. But she talks about being cheated on like a podcast recently. So I don't know why she would be so lighthearted about this.
There was a situation at the beginning of the year where he broke my trust. He kissed someone else in a car. I got back with him. Do not do this. Anyway, like a few months later, we went to Ayia Napa together and we had a fab time because his family have an apartment there.
Besides the point, you get it. She got cheated on recently, went on a whole podcast to talk about how the girl like knew of her existence and then gave her the hey girly DM. But now that Molly Mae's relationship's falling apart, she's like, oh my God, guys, did we not all know? It's like, no, we obviously didn't. And then there's obviously some articles about this. Not that I trust the Sun with my life, like I wouldn't trust him with my life, but they get some things right. Apparently her inner circle came to support her. Obviously her sister is on her honeymoon, so she can't be there. There's Molly looking gorgeous as ever. Then there's him. And yeah, so some friends are coming over. Fran came over. Then there was some rumors that apparently both Molly Mae and Tommy Fury unfollowed Fran on Instagram, but let me actually fact check that before I put information out on the internet, because I didn't think it was true. Her and Fran have been together for a hot split second. She hasn't posted since, obviously. Also, her last post on her Instagram is an ad that she did with Bentley. Like the car brand, Bentley. Yeah, Bentley Motors ad. Like, what a slay. Do you know what I mean? And then you get cheated on. I don't know what else a woman can do to not get cheated on. But her last post on her Instagram is literally a Bentley ad. I just think, like, look at her. I just don't get it. I just don't quite understand. But maybe someone can help me understand. Does she follow Fran? What's Fran's like Instagram? Okay, well, she doesn't seem to be following Fran. Unless... Is this Fran? Yes, this is Fran. Okay, so she does follow Fran. Okay, cool. Well, then that's false. People are basically saying that she like unfollowed Fran and that Tommy unfollowed Fran and that there was some kind of a weird conspiracy theory about that. But also people are saying that she's like announcing something. She's going to have like a reality show and that this is promo for the reality show. Now, I don't know Molly Mae. I don't know her as a person. I have no idea like what she's like. But I just don't quite see her blowing up her whole family and embarrassing herself publicly for a reality show. Like, I just don't quite see... I don't quite see the point of that. And then Tommy Fury is like denying cheating allegations amid the Molly Mae split. And I think he's even like threatening legal action or something. So let me throw in a few allegedlys and just for good luck. What? Please answer the question above to reveal the rest of the article. What is the frequency of the Stansted what is the frequency of the Stansted Express? Every hour? Oh, it's every 15 minutes. Okay, every 15 minutes. Cool. That's cool. That's fun. Tommy's apparently horrified by the false allegations of cheating being circulated by the media, and he's consulting his... Can I speak? Tommy is horrified by the false allegations of cheating being circulated... What? Tommy is horrified by the false allegations of cheating being circulated by the media, and he's consulting his lawyers. A spokesperson for Tommy told The Mirror. But yeah, Molly's initial statement said, like, I never expected it to end this way. And then he confirmed it. But now he's saying, like, I will be consulting lawyers. So, like I said, let me just throw in a handful of allegations. No, allegedlys. And hopefully I don't get sued. Apparently he's also already moved out of the house. By moved out, I mean she's kicked him out. And there was that iconic picture. I probably won't be able to find it now. But there was that iconic picture of, like, all of his shit in a skip. It was, like, almost artistic. I could see the vision. The shit that I Google. Yeah, so she seems to be clearing out the house. Yeah. Just like a suitcase. Putting someone's stuff in a skip is like a whole other level of like slay. I don't mean to be laughing at people's misfortune. This is actually really sad, but just like I could just imagine how satisfying it was to throw all of his into a skip. I can just imagine, like, she's probably throwing it down from like the window like a proper movie scene. But anyway, yeah, his stuff's in a skip. Apparently the house isn't his, it's in her name. Maybe he was just paying some kind of like rent on it or something, but he's apparently been kicked out of the house, and now he's also allegedly trying to get her back. And there's like a lot of support for Molly Mae right now, even from the Fury. So like Paris has like reached out and basically said that she's really shocked by the whole thing. Yeah, Paris Fury reaches out to Molly Mae. But yeah, they're not taking sides, and Paris just wanted to make sure Molly was okay. Tyson adored Molly and Tommy and are gutted it's not worked out. I can't imagine Tyson Fury being gutted that a relationship didn't work out, but apparently lawyers are involved, especially on Pop Base. Pop Base always slays with their stuff. Tommy Fury is reportedly consulting with lawyers after rumors spawned that he cheated on Molly Mae, causing their split. Rumors spawning is an interesting way to put that. Whoever runs Pop Base, what an icon. And I actually think that's it. I just feel like we've been saying this, like we've been saying that something's gonna happen, and then he proposed to her and we were all like, oh, maybe we had it all wrong. And then now his stuff's in a skip. So things really move fast in life. Let me know what you guys think. This is a bit more of a lighthearted one. Not for Molly. I don't think this is lighthearted to her at all, but to the rest of us, kind of. Compared to the other shit happening right now on the internet, this is pretty lighthearted. Yeah, let me know what you think. Subscribe, hit the bell, like, comment for engagement. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.